Welcome to another deep dive with my mind MashUps. We're really glad you could join us.
Great to be diving in again.
So look around you. Smarter phones, smarter cars, definitely smarter companies. But here's the big question we're tackling today. Are we getting smarter? Do you actually feel more advanced because of all this AI?
That's the core of it, isn't it? What's the real impact on us, the average person, here in 2025?
Exactly. That's our mission for this deep dive. Unpack that dual impact. We've got a whole stack of articles, some really recent research, new surveys, trying to get a handle on this complex relationship.
And it is complex. One of the most fascinating things, I think, is this paradox. AI is everywhere, but a lot of the time, it's almost invisible in our day-to-day.
Totally invisible. We'll definitely dig into that. And hey, while you're listening, if you like what you hear, please do take a second to like, share, and subscribe to My Mind Mashups. It helps us keep bringing you these deep dives.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's pretty remarkable how fast AI has gone from, just research labs to being baked into almost everything we do.
Like what specifically? Give us some examples.
Well, think about your virtual assistant Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, or the navigation app you use to get around. Smart home stuff, definitely.
Oh yeah, thermostats, lights.
Right. And then streaming recommendations, Netflix, knowing what you want to watch, online shopping suggestions, even your social media feed, how it's all curated for you. That's all AI working behind the scenes.
It really is the invisible hand.
Yep.
And there's this Gallup study, December 2024, nearly 4,000 U.S. adults. It found something wild that hits this exact point.
Oh, yeah. What was that?
Well, only 36% of people said they'd used an AI-enabled product recently. 36%.
Seems low, given everything you just listed.
Exactly. Because when the researchers asked about specific things, virtual assistants, navigation, streaming social media, suddenly 99% had used at least one.
Wow. Okay, so people are using it constantly. They just don't label it AI.
Right. It's like we're living in this AI world, but we haven't quite registered it consciously. It's embedded.
That Gallup finding really points to a fascinating disconnect, doesn't it? AI makes things smoother, easier, but maybe it also shifts how we think, or what we need to think about without us realizing.
Yeah, maybe advanced isn't about us anymore, but about what the tech does for us.
Could be. And that same survey showed a generation gap too, right? Like younger adults reported using AI way more often.
Yeah, 46% of 18 to 29-year-olds said weekly use, but only 23% for those 65 and older. So familiarity plays a role in how we see it, or even if we see it.
Makes sense, but then you have things like those text chatbots.
Right, those feel more like talking to AI.
Exactly. And they're still pretty niche for most people. Pew Research found this was April 2025, only about a third of U.S. adults had ever used one.
A third. Compared to what?
Compared to 98% of AI experts who've used them. Huge difference.
So the stuff that feels obviously like AI, people are maybe more hesitant about or just haven't needed, while the background AI is just there.
Pretty much. So AI is everywhere, often unnoticed. But when people do stop and think about AI itself, well, the feelings are pretty mixed.
Mixed how?
Well, Stanford's 2024 AI Index shows awareness is growing. 2/3 globally now think AI will dramatically affect their lives in the next, say, 3 to 5 years. That's up from 60% the year before.
Okay, so people know it's a big deal, but are they excited, worried?
More worried, actually, or at least nervous. That same AI index, 52% globally feel nervous about AI products, and 52% of Americans specifically are more concerned than excited.
Over half feeling nervous or concerned? That's significant. Is it just a vague feeling, or are there specific worries driving that?
It's a mix. I think YouGov polled this in December 2024. They found, 90% know about AI, and nearly 60% use AI tools in some way, so they see the utility.
But 36% worry AI could cause human extinction.
Whoa. Okay, that's more than just job worries.
Right, and 58% have little trust in AI for making ethical decisions. So it's deep stuff, trust, control, even existential risk for some. That trust gap on ethics is huge. And Pew's April 2025 survey adds more layers, doesn't it? Like the difference between experts and the public.
Yeah, big time. Only 17% of U.S. adults expect AI to have a positive impact on the nation, but 56% of experts do.
And personally?
Similar gap. 24% of adults think it'll benefit them personally versus 76% of experts. And actually, 43% of adults think AI will harm them personally.
Even though, as we'll discuss, it's already helping in areas like healthcare. So is it that people don't connect those benefits to AI, or are the bigger fears just overriding the positive experiences?
That could be it. And the 2024 AI Index backs this up, only about a third to the A. think AI will improve their job, the economy, or the job market. Experts see the potential. Maybe because they're closer to it, they see the efforts to fix problems. The public, maybe they just see the scary headlines.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Despite all that nervousness, there are real, tangible, positive effects of AI in daily life. Let's talk about those.
Absolutely. Convenience and personal productivity is a big one.
Yeah, just saving time. Voice assistants, what's the weather? Set a reminder. Controlling your smart home. Super simple stuff.
And navigation apps optimizing your route on the fly, streaming services knowing what you like, even smart appliances saving energy without you thinking about it.
It makes things smoother. And what about things like customer service or shopping?
Yeah, AI chatbots handling basic questions 24/7. That frees up human agents for harder problems. And recommendation engines online, they personalize suggestions, make shopping maybe a bit easier or help you find new things.
And this adds up economically, right? You mentioned a huge number earlier.
Yeah, the potential is massive. One overview, I think, from the University of Cincinnati suggested AI could add up to something like 15.7 trillion US dollars to the global economy by 2030, mainly through productivity boosts.
Wow. Okay, beyond convenience, what about health? That seems like an area where people are maybe more hopeful.
Definitely. In hospitals, AI is doing incredible things, assisting doctors, analyzing medical images like scans for cancer, sometimes spotting things faster or more accurately.
Really? That's amazing.
Yeah, and predicting risks, like sepsis or medication errors. Harvard Medical School reports AI helps triage radiology results, flags high-risk patients, even helps with summarizing patient notes.
So it frees up clinicians' time, lets them focus more on the patient.
Exactly. Better quality of care, potentially. And it's not just physical health, mental health too.
How so?
AI can monitor patterns in medical records or data from wearables to spot early signs of mental health issues. It can deliver digital therapies, give feedback.
Like apps and stuff?
Yeah, partly. And the APA, American Psychological Association, notes it can even simulate patient interactions for training therapists, give them practice.
Interesting. And public health.
We saw that with COVID-19, right? Machine learning models help predict outbreaks, model how the disease might spread, really valuable for planning responses.
Okay, so health is a big plus. What about safety, transportation?
Yeah, this one's interesting. Self-driving features, ADS, Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. The potential is there to reduce accidents because AI can react faster than humans.
Potential being the key word. Because public trust isn't quite there yet, is it?
Not really. Remember that gap? 51% of AI experts think self-driving cars could outperform humans, but only 19% of the public agrees, according to Pew. Big difference in confidence.
Yeah. What about environmental uses?
Also quite promising, AI models can optimize energy use in buildings or grids. They can predict when equipment in, say, a wind farm might fail, so you fix it beforehand.
Smarter maintenance.
Right. And improving traffic flow in cities, less congestion means lower emissions, better resource use. It's about making the whole system smarter, more efficient.
Okay, education's another area you hear about. Personalized learning.
Exactly. Platforms that adapt to your pace, your style. If you're struggling with something, it gives you more help or explains it differently. If you get it, it moves on.
Like a personal tutor.
Kinda, yeah. And in specialized training, like for mental health clinicians, it can offer diverse case examples, track how well treatments are being followed.
And making knowledge more accessible generally.
For sure. Text-to-speech helps people with visual impairments. Speech-to-text helps others. Translation tools break down language barriers. Summarization tools help grasp long documents quickly. It broadens access.
Let's pivot to the economy and jobs again, but the positive side.
Yeah.
Because it's not all about displacement, is it?
No, definitely not. That 2025 PwC Global AI Jobs Barometer had some interesting findings. It suggests AI is actually increasing the value of workers who adapt.
How?
Well, wages in jobs heavily exposed to AI are apparently rising twice as fast as in less exposed jobs, and workers who have AI skills, they're commanding a huge wage premium, 56% higher pay.
56%. Wow, that's a lot. Up from what?
Up from 25% the previous year. So the value of those skills is skyrocketing.
So it's creating demand for new skills, new roles.
Absolutely. It's not just the super technical jobs like machine learning engineers. Think about prompt engineers, people who craft the right questions for AI.
Right, getting the AI to give you what you actually want.
Exactly. Plus AI ethicists, people who train AI models, AI product managers. These jobs didn't really exist 10 years ago, and they often need human judgment, creativity, communication, skills AI doesn't have.
That's a really important counterpoint to the job loss narrative. And finally, on the positive side, scientific discovery.
Huge potential here. AI can analyze massive data sets way faster than humans, find patterns, suggest new hypotheses, think drug discovery, predicting how molecules might behave. Or physics, simulating really complex stuff. It accelerates research.
And creativity like AI, art, and music.
Yeah, generative tools, they can assist artists and musicians, maybe spark ideas, handle repetitive tasks. It's more about augmenting human creativity, not necessarily replacing it.
Okay, so lots of potential upsides. Convenience, health, safety, education, new jobs, faster science.
Yep. And it's a big but. There are significant risks, too. We have to talk about the negative effects, or we're not seeing the full picture.
Right, and job displacement is usually top of that list. The anxiety is real.
It is, and there are actual numbers. That Challenger, Gray, and Christmas report from July 2025, generative AI was cited in over 10,000 job cuts just in that month.
10,000 in 1 month.
Yeah, and over 27,000 cuts tied to AI since 2023, according to CBS News reporting on it. Plus, Handshake data showed entry-level corporate jobs dropped 15% in the past year, while postings mentioning AI shot up 400%.
So it's definitely shifting the landscape, especially for people starting their careers.
No doubt. And that fuels the automation anxiety we talked about. 64% of U.S. adults think AI means fewer jobs overall, according to Pew. 60% expect negative impacts on job opportunities via Gallup, and 52% of people with jobs worry AI will replace them.
That's a lot of worry. And does it hit everyone equally?
Likely not. Automation often threatens lower-income roles or jobs requiring less formal education more heavily. McKinsey and Goldman Sachs projected that tasks making up maybe 30% of U.S. work hours could be automated by 2030.
30%. That's millions of jobs potentially at risk.
Tens of millions. And some analyses suggest Black and Hispanic workers might be more vulnerable due to the types of jobs often held. It raises huge equity questions. How do we make sure AI benefits everyone, not just a few?
Serious questions.
Ah.
Okay, beyond jobs, what are the other big risks? Bias comes up a lot.
A huge one. AI systems learn from data. If that data reflects existing societal biases around race, gender, whatever, the AI can learn those biases and sometimes even amplify them.
Examples.
The APA mentions biased hiring tools favoring men, chatbots saying offensive things, healthcare algorithms that might distribute resources unfairly, and people are worried about 55% of the public, and experts are concerned about AI bias, according to Pew.
Understandable. That directly hits trust.
Right.
What about misinformation? Deepfakes.
Yeah, another major concern. AI can generate text, images, videos that look incredibly real but are completely false. Spreading misinformation becomes easier, faster.
And harder to detect.
Exactly. 70% of experts and 66% of the public worry about AI spreading inaccuracies. Deepfakes can undermine trust in everything, news, institutions, even our own eyes and ears. They can be weaponized politically or personally. It's a scary prospect.
It really is. And privacy. How does AI impact that?
Significantly. Think facial recognition being used everywhere. Predictive policing algorithms deciding where to patrol. These tools can erode civil liberties, and as Built-in points out, the U.S. lacks a strong federal privacy law, which leaves gaps.
So our data can be scooped up and used by AI systems in ways we don't know about or control?
Pretty much. Intrusive surveillance, data misuse. It's a definite risk without better safeguards.
Okay, all these worries, job loss, bias, misinformation, privacy invasion, what's the toll on our mental health, and just our social fabric?
Well, the job anxiety has a direct impact. The APA found half of employees worried about AI taking their jobs reported negative mental health effects. That uncertainty creates real stress, potentially depression.
That makes sense. What about broader social effects? Less human connection?
That's a concern too. Pew found 57% of U.S. adults worry AI might reduce human connection. If we rely more on digital assistants, maybe we interact less face-to-face.
And those AI therapy bots you mentioned?
Yeah, a Stanford study raised red flags, found some displayed stigma, or gave potentially harmful advice. The takeaway was clear. They should not replace human therapists. Maybe supplement, but not replace. The human element in therapy is crucial.
So AI might help with admin tasks for a therapist, but shouldn't be the therapist itself.
Precisely. Complement, don't substitute.
And underlying all this seems to be a feeling of losing control and maybe a lack of trust in how it's being governed.
Definitely. Pew's research again, 59% of U.S. adults feel little or no control over how AI is used in their lives, and over half want more control. People feel like this powerful thing is happening to them, not with them.
And do they trust the government to regulate it effectively?
Nope. 71% think the government won't regulate it effectively, but they want regulation. YouGov found 68% of Americans think AI needs more rules, about a third want much more, another third want somewhat more.
So a real public appetite for oversight, but skepticism about whether it will happen properly.
That sums it up pretty well.
Okay, so we've covered the good, the bad, the anxieties, the hopes. Let's try to synthesize this. Back to that initial question. Are people actually feeling more advanced because of AI?
Based on all this, it seems like the answer is complicated, maybe not a simple yes or no.
Yeah, people appreciate the convenience, the navigation, the recommendations, but that doesn't necessarily translate into feeling fundamentally more advanced as a person.
Right, and that YouGov poll showed the split. People are divided on AI's impact on society, 35% positive, 34% negative, but slightly lean positive on its impact on their own lives, 33% positive, 22% negative.
So it helps me find stuff online, but I'm worried about where this is all going.
Kind of feels like that, yeah. And remember the age gap. Younger adults are much more positive about the societal impact, 53%, than older adults, 31%. They worry about jobs too, but maybe they're more comfortable adapting.
That makes sense. And the trust deficit we keep mentioning. People just don't trust AI for ethical calls. It's interesting how they often blame the people deploying the AI, not just the tech itself.
That's a key point. It comes back to governance and use. Who's in charge? What are their goals?
And the one bright spot for trust seems to be healthcare.
Yeah, that's the area where a majority sees a net benefit today. Gallup found people who use multiple AI products are more optimistic about it, improving medical diagnosis and treatment. They see the tangible upside there.
What about the lived experience of job loss? We talked about the anxiety, but how many people have actually seen it happen?
That's where perception and reality might differ a bit. That YouGov survey found only 13% of Americans actually know someone who lost their job or had hours cut because AI took over.
Only 13%. That seems low compared to the level of worry.
It does. And it might explain why there's caution and concern, but maybe not full-blown panic yet for most people. The threat feels real, but the direct personal impact for many is still indirect.
So where does that leave us? What's the path forward to get the benefits while managing these very real risks?
Well, the crucial thing is remembering AI itself isn't good or bad, it's a tool. As one source put it, the technology itself is neutral. It is the use by people in charge that determines whether AI improves or worsens lives.
So it all comes down to choices.
Yeah.
Societal choices, governance choices.
Exactly. We need thoughtful policies. Accountability is key. Make AI models explainable, require audits to check for bias. The APA even suggests psychological audits.
And privacy laws.
Absolutely essential. Strong data protection, federal rules to prevent surveillance overreach, and for workers, real safety nets, reskilling programs, unemployment support, help finding new jobs. Governments and businesses need to step up.
Which leads to education. If skills are changing fast and AI skills pay more, we need more accessible training, right? Lifelong learning.
Definitely. AI literacy for everyone, plus more advanced technical training. And we need diversity in the teams building AI. Remember that Pew finding. Experts don't think Black perspectives are well represented in AI design. More inclusive teams can build fairer systems.
Makes total sense. And finally, social and mental health support.
Critical. Use AI responsibly in mental health as a tool to help therapists, not replace them. Ensure human oversight. And engage communities, especially workers affected by automation, in conversations about how AI is deployed. Make sure it aligns with local values.
Okay, so let's try to wrap this up. What's the big takeaway?
I think it's this tension. AI is undeniably woven into our lives now. It offers amazing potential health, science, convenience, but it also carries real risks: jobs, bias, privacy, anxiety.
And people feel that tension. They use the tools, appreciate some benefits, but they don't necessarily feel more advanced. They worry about the consequences, maybe feel a bit out of control.
Precisely. The key message is that AI's future isn't predetermined. It can be a force for good, but it requires deliberate action. Policymakers, companies, researchers, all of us, really. We need collaboration to steer it towards shared benefits and mitigate the harms. Who AI serves. That's still up to us.
It leads to that final thought. We've built tools to think for us, but are we using them to think deeper or just faster? Something to chew on.
A very important question.
Well, this has been incredibly insightful. We hope this deep dive gave you, our listeners, a clearer picture of AI's impact right now.
Hopefully sparking some thought about how it affects your own life.
Yeah, keep the conversation going. Reflect on AI's role for you and think about the future you want to see.
Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive.
And please don't forget to like and subscribe to My Mind Mashups for more deep dives like this one. You can find us on Amazon Music, Audible, Facebook, Pocket Casts, Spotify, and YouTube. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.